And a good morning to everybody. Let me know below how you're doing, any weekend plans, how your week went, what you're going to be reading or doing during our sprints today. We will be doing 4 like normal, and hopefully the dice give us hour-long sprints because it was kind of a bummer last time. Since it is summer and it's not quite school starting yet, I may start throwing in a 5th sprint if they go short like that. If we get too many of those just 30-minute ones, I may start adding a 5th because I really, really like having the extra time. As always, we do roll the dice in case you're new, and that's what's going to determine how long we go. If it's a roll again, be quick on the draw so that you can say how long our sprint will be. Also, make sure you check out the video if you don't know, and make sure that you get your sheet filled out, and make sure you're asking for those quests so that you can get your prizes because we need help with our adulting. And for me, I am going to be reading Air on my NetGalley Arc whenever I am sitting down and I'm doing stuff here at the desk. And it's by Sabaa Tahir. It continues that Ember in the Ashes series. It's phenomenal. Lots and lots of spoilers. So make sure you finish that series, and Easter eggs in there too. So it would be a mistake to start with this duology and not read Ember in the Ashes first. I just want to give you that warning, but it is absolutely fantastic. The hype is well deserved. And if I'm up and about, I have on Audible Between Wrath and Mercy by Jess Weisskopf. She's one of the ones that's going to be at a Polycon, so I wanted to make sure to read her. It's a nice chunky one. So I needs to get through that. Announcement wise, besides that D&D that I told you about, there was a Microsoft issue that hit. In case you guys were not aware, my husband being IT, of course, this got impacted him at work, but I wanted to let you know in case it impacts us today on sprints. I'm hoping not, but apparently this is a huge Microsoft global communication outage. It said basically there will be tech disruptions. I can't talk today. Worldwide, and it's going to hit airlines, banks, businesses. Basically, Microsoft Windows sent out an update and it like crashed everything. And then they were scrambling to try to get stuff to start working again. So people in all these different avenues of work are scrambling to try to fix it and make sure it works well. And again, I don't know if it'll impact us or not, but Microsoft runs everything. So it may or may not. If it does, I apologize. I will keep chatting in the comments as much as I can if we lose connection here, but I wanted to make sure you all were aware of that. So now I can't wait to go to our comments. And we have Red Caboose. I love that. I'm waiting. That's funny. That is funny. I like it. And Amy's here. Good morning. And good morning to Red Caboose. I forgot to say that too. I love seeing everybody. Happy Friday for sure. And Tara, good morning. Happy Friday. I saw you on Live Sprints. It was great seeing you there. And a good morning again to you and to everybody. I'll be reading out of your comfort zone again. Do tell. What are you going to be reading? Also, news-wise, on a sad note, but just so everybody is aware, where is it? Shelley Duvall, I want to make sure I said her name right, has passed away. She was in The Shining. She was the wife in The Shining. She was also Olive Oyl in Popeye, in case you ever saw that. Shannon Doherty also just passed away recently. She was in 90210, and of course she was also in Charmed. If you saw the original Charmed, she was the original one of the sisters. And Richard Simmons just recently passed away. So they say it comes in threes. I guess that's true. We unfortunately have just lost 3 people. So I just wanted to make sure everybody was in the know. And Red Caboose tells us reading James. Oh, I've heard such good things about this. And especially since I tried to do a reread of Huckleberry Finn and was so disappointed. I mean, it was written in a certain time, so you have to understand that. But I just didn't like it. It made me uncomfortable. It made me disgusted, and I just didn't like it. So I love that Percival Everett wrote this, and it is on my list. I have to get to it because now we get to see everything from James's point of view. It's got me excited. So how are you liking it so far? And Tina's here. Good morning and happy Friday, Tina. Good to see you. Amy says, I'm still reading Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, our book club pick. It's going slow. I do really love it, but I'm reading it with my eyes. I'm reading other audios at the same time. Yeah, see, it's hard reading physically. It is for me too. I want to say I got it on Hoopla, and that's how I was able to do it through audiobook. And that's always my preferred style to be able to get through them quicker. But yeah, I get it. It can go kind of draggy in places. The audio is really well done with all the voices and stuff. So if you can find it anywhere, I would recommend. Otherwise, thank you for being there with us. We love it. It is extremely cheesy, Amy. It is extremely cheesy, but worth watching, especially in honor of, how great she was in it. And she actually told somebody in an interview that she loved that she got to do Olive Oyl because growing up being so tall and skinny, she was called Olive Oyl all the time. So she loved being able to actually embrace that character. How are you liking Mistborn? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Tina. Oh my gosh. I'm almost I'm 70% or something through it. I like it. I have to say I think I like the Stormlight Archive series a little bit better, but this is only book 1. But I do really like Vin's character, and I have thoughts and suspicions about Vin and the guy who likes to sit next to her and read books at the balls. So I have suspicions and thoughts, but I am liking it so far. I can see why you guys liked it, and I'm excited to continue the second book in Kim's book club next month for sure. You are liking James. Oh, I'm so glad. That makes me so happy. That gives me hope that I will too, because you never know. But I'm so excited that he was willing to take on that project. So here's hoping. Good morning, bestie. It's good to see you. Can't wait to have coffee with you and Lori tomorrow. How's your day going so far? And you loved that movie as a kid. It was a good one. I mean, not to date us or anything, but yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. Cheesy, but pretty good. Amy, have it on hold, but we'll still be a few weeks until you get the audio version. Okay, yeah. See, and that's why I hope this doesn't take away from the magic that is my TBR games. But in full transparency, I start actually doing my rolls midway through the month. So for example, today's the 19th. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to have to do my rolls and record them so that I can figure out what books I'm wanting to pair up with what I get in my prompts. And then once I do that, I automatically pull up Libby, Hoopla, Everhand, everything I possibly can that's free, and look to see if those books are on there, because sometimes it is like a 12-week wait for those. And so I go ahead and plug in the request. And that way I know I've still got at least another 2 weeks in this month before. So that's the way I do it. That's my little secret sauce for you guys. Hope it doesn't take away from the magic. But yeah, I have to. I absolutely have to. Pretty good. Excellent. I'm glad. Are you ready for the school year to start, Miss Teacher? I'm curious. We've got about 2 minutes left before our first sprint, everyone. Tina, okay, awesome. I was wondering if you'd like the pace or not. I'm okay with the pace because the Stormlight Archive honestly is slower. You just have a lot more characters being introduced into it. And I don't know why. Again, this is book 1, but like with the very first of the Stormlight Archive, I gave that 5 stars. Absolutely loved it. This is feeling 3 or 4 star, depending on where it goes. But I don't know. There's something about that series that calls to me, but that's for everybody. Like I love The Throne of Glass best by Sarah J. Maas. For some people, that's ACOTAR. For some, it's Crescent City. So it's like they're just different enough that they can appeal to everyone. And it's amazing when an author can do that. I love that. Hey, Brittany, good to see you here. Hope I'm not too late. Pfft, you're here at the beginning, Brittany. I'm still sipping my coffee. You're excellently timed here. Currently going through my Kindle samples to see if I want to buy them. Ooh, do you do the stuff your Kindle day? I'm just curious because that would be a great way to get a bunch of freebies as well. Amy, I adjusted your holds for August book clubs last week. Okay, perfect. So yeah, if you can get to know ahead of time what those books are going to be, then that is absolutely perfect. And that's why I like whenever we do our vote, I do it the second week of everybody give a vote. And then by the third week, I'm telling you what the book is to hopefully give everybody a chance to get those books. Tina, hope you find something good, Brittany. Yes. Get the Kindle, get something good. Tina wishes you all the best in that. I love it. So we have less than a minute, everybody. So any other comments you want to add or no, never mind. We'll come back to anything else you wanted to add. All right, here's hoping for an hour, everybody. I want an hour. Send out the hour vibes. And it is a peppermint. So the candy is 45 minutes. So not quite an hour, but better than a half hour. All right, this first bit I am going to be just reading, it looks like, which is so nice. So I'm going to continue in air. You guys do whatever you like, of course. Happy reading, happy productivity. I'll see everyone back here in 45 minutes.
この船はお前のものではない。立ち入りは禁じられておる。
I'm afraid you are forbidden from boarding without permission.
For a little savings, Specialist Miller buys in bulk. For a
The future is not just going to happen. You have to make it. And if you want a success,
Perhaps you know me as the Kung Fu Panda.
We are back from that first sprint. Hope everybody got a chance to stretch their legs a little bit, get a little bit of water to drink, some hydration. And I hope you got everything done that you were hoping to. Let me know below. I was able to get to 66% in air, which is nice. And towards the tail end, it started warming up here. So I actually got up and was closing the windows and stuff. This morning, it was nice enough that it was just low 60s. So I'm trying to get some fresh air in here while I can. And then had to close all the windows because we like it nice and chilly in here. And it's now, of course, going to get up into the 80s as the day progresses. So that was all I accomplished. It was really nice. And I got to play with the cats a little bit. Was the August book club book announced? Now, if you mean for my book club, not yet. That will be tomorrow. There was a very clear winner. I think there's only one person that wanted something different. So that will be announced tomorrow on Instagram and Discord. So be looking for that. If you mean for Kim, she had just mentioned that we were going to be doing the second book in that Mistborn series. I think it's Well of Ascension. So that's what I was going off of. We can definitely bug her about it tonight, though, whenever she does her sprints. Good morning, Jules. You are never late. I kind of like to go with the whole Gandalf thing, where he says in Lord of the Rings, I'm never late. I'm always exactly when I mean to be there. I am always exactly on time. So, Jules, that's you. You're exactly on time. Working but reading Love redesigned between calls. Okay. I saw this, and so I looked it up on Goodreads. Which one are you reading, Jules? Are you reading the one by Lauren Asher or by Jenny Proctor? They both look like romance, but kind of different on the scale of romance. I'm curious which one it is because I may want to add it if you're liking it. And Tara says hi to Jules. Hello. Now, I hope I pronounced this right. Please let me know. Booking it with Atia. Is that correct, Atia? Hey, might read some manga, might take a nap. We'll see what happens. I love this mood right here. This is perfect. I hope you got a nap if you're wanting a nap, or if you're reading manga, let me know which manga you're reading because there's lots of good stuff out there. And Jules said, hey, back to Tara and Mary. We have a Mary. Hello, and hello to you, Mary, and hello, fellow readers. I'm starting with The Flames by Sophie Haydock and hope to finish next sprint. Ooh, what kind of star rating are you going to give that, Mary? Amy, I mainly read, but I did make out 2 cards. Ooh, okay, Amy. Okay, that sounds like it's still very productive, and reading is definitely the way to go. I mean, that's the whole point of the sprints, right? Tara, hydration. I already have an energy drink. I'm struggling this morning and don't have any coffee. Oh, Tara, that is hard. That is so hard. I feel you. I always have my coffee, but then I always have my 32-ounce Yeti of water and ice because I only like water really if it's ice water. I'll drink it warm if I have to, but I much prefer ice water. And I have a gallon in the fridge that is just for me, and I'm trying to get through that gallon every day. It's my current goal, and I hit it most of the time. Tina, okay, thought that I'd missed it. Oh, no official announcements for either yet, just kind of where it's headed, but mine definitely will be announced tomorrow. Amy, didn't get to the post office, so next sprint you're going to try. Listening to One of Us is Back. Still not reading my physical book. Like we talked about, it's so hard. And again, I'm such a slow reader with my eyeballs. With audiobooks, I can do 2.5, even 3 times speed, depending on how slow and steady the narrator is. And if he or she tries to do voices or anything, it has to slow down. But otherwise, I can get through it in twice as fast, 3 times as fast. But reading physically takes me like 2 minutes a page. So I get it. Amy will be heading to the post office next sprint and later heading to Friends to work on the planner. I love that. I absolutely love that for you. Red Caboose, my daughter's like, oh, baby fishies. Oh, I love it too. I hate the commercials, but I don't want to spend $200 plus a year to make sure I don't have commercials on YouTube. So I'm sorry, but I'd love them too. My favorite are the sea turtles though. I love seeing those sea turtles. Amy balanced some productivity and some reading. I'm proud of you. Did your devotionals. Excited to finally read Colleen Coble's new book, What We Hide. It is okay. What We Hide. It's the one she talked about last summer coming out. Oh, isn't that one that she did with somebody else too, Amy? I'm glad you're loving it so far. I think this is the one that she said she was doing like a dual project with someone, and that this is maybe the one that she was talking about. But I loved getting to meet Colleen Coble. She's such a beautiful, beautiful person. And she had her family there and grandkids, and it was just so cute. That was so much fun. Mary, you're going to give it 4.5 stars. That's fantastic. I love that. Red Caboose, she wants to see more of the baby fishies. Well, when we go into our next sprint in 4 minutes, she will get more baby fishies. Amy, oops, Red. Yeah, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. I'm following you. Yes, it is that dual book. Oh, I'm so excited. She was so proud of that project. A little different than her normal ones, but still really good. Okay. The only one that I've read from her so far, but I did really enjoy it, was the one with the little boy that got taken and the woman who actually trains dogs to go and find children. I thought that was fascinating. It was a really good read. It was a steady, enjoyable read. So thank you for that. Also, because you know I like to give you guys the joke of the day. I told a bad chemistry joke once, but I got no reaction. Get it? Chemistry, no reaction. little bit of joy from me to you all. Also in the news, I thought it was very interesting. Brian, and I'm going to try to pronounce his name correctly, Mwenda, Mwenda, Brian Mwenda, actually just recently hit the news because he was arrested for impersonating another guy named Brian Mwenda, who was a lawyer. But the one that got arrested never had his license, never took the bar, and had been pretending to be this other guy by hacking in online. I guess there's like a lawyer site. And he actually ended up defending 12 different cases before judges and won all 12 of his cases. Can you imagine? He's not even licensed. And here he was just winning all these cases. And so the news reporters were kind of joking around. They're like, give this guy a license. Like, I understand you shouldn't have people going around and impersonating, but if for some reason taking the bar or going to law school was just too intimidating or expensive for him, like, give this guy a free ride. He won 12 cases with like no training. I just thought that was hilarious and very interesting. And thank you for liking my joke, Amy and Tina and Tara. I appreciate you all laughing at my jokes. Also, apparently, Natalie Portman met Rihanna recently. Have you guys seen that? She was on the late night show and was talking about it. And I guess poor Natalie Portman's going through a horrible divorce. And she kind of ran into the singer, and they just embraced, and Rihanna was just kind of like fangirling Natalie Portman at the same time that Natalie Portman was fangirling Rihanna. And it was just such a sweet little moment that nobody saw coming and expected. And apparently the two are like now, you know, just friends and just really enjoyed having that meeting. I thought that was kind of sweet. You never hear about two different stars, especially in two different fields like that. Just kind of like fangirling it up whenever they see somebody else. So I thought that was actually really cool. And I enjoyed that tremendously and hope you guys do as well. I knew it was getting close. All right. We are going to go into our second sprint, everyone. Still hoping for that hour. All right. It looks like it is a wine glass. Oh no, that's 30 minutes. That's not going to give me much time to do anything. All right, everybody. 30 minutes on the clock. Happy reading. Happy productivity. I will see you all back here in a half hour.
Let's face it, your dog's life is pretty easy. And Chewy Pharmacy can make it even easier by simplifying pet prescriptions. How? We'll contact your vet for any needed approvals and deliver right to your door. Plus, get 20% off your first order at Chewy Pharmacy.
We all know the history. How we're supposed to wait for our turn. Maybe they forgot who we are. We learn from the legends. And legends don't wait for permission. Neither do we. This is our dream. And this is our turn.
They win.
One.
We love Sephora because it's got hair care for me and me. Let's get into it. Let's go. We got our makeup for the curls. K18. Damn.
All right, and we are back, excuse me, from our second sprint. So how did everyone do on that one? I was able to hard boil some eggs, so I'm hoping for breakfast in the next sprint. And I got laundry going, so I'm working on my Fab 5. And I got to page 106, but after 106 pages, can you even tell? This book is going to take me a little while to get through for sure. And funny enough, it's not even the thickest book on my TBR. So I need to get hopping, everybody, for reals. All right. So going back to where we left off on our sprints, we had a Servasha showing up. Hi, Servasha. It's good to see you. How are you doing? What are your plans today? And Amy said, have to take Caleb somewhere, so we'll probably miss the next chat session. Happy reading to everybody. Thank you, Amy. Hope you have a safe time, and we will miss you. And Jules says, good gravy. Missed the chat. Going back to watch it now. Good. So hopefully you were able to get caught up on the chatting and everything, and that it's all going good. And hey, Susan, it's good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. What are you doing today? And Jules says hi to Susan as well. To answer your question, the Lover design that you were doing, because there were two different authors that had the exact same title, is the Lauren Asher one. I'm really liking it, but it definitely has some spice. Okay. I'm going to have to definitely add that one then. And we had Rope show up that said hello and hit the like button. Thank you for that, Rope. Red Caboose, my daughter, who is 3, by the way, is giggling at the fishies and the sea turtle. I'm so glad. I love it. It's very soothing to me. I really enjoy it. So hopefully she is as well. Probably not going to stick around because I'm meeting my family for some Georgia barbecue. Yum, yum. But I hope you just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Sorry, but not sorry. The timer ambiance inspired the song. I love that. I think that's great. Tina says hi to Servasha and to Rope. And hi to Mary. I love that everybody says hi to everybody. That is fabulous. So, I also like to do the icebreaker question. And so for today, if you could have any superpower, what would you choose? I know poor Aquaman has a bad rap, but especially given the ambiance that we're using during sprints, I would 100% want to be able to breathe underwater and commune with the animals there underwater. I think it would be fantastic. I could go down the Mariana Trench and see to the bottom and see what's down there, and I could communicate with them all. So, of course, they would all be my friends. Nobody would try to eat me. So that would be wonderful for me personally. That would be my superpower. I would be Aquaman, but woman. Amy, out and about, got 16% into your book. I love that. You are just clicking on through. Hope you're enjoying it and getting all those chores and everything done. And while everybody is letting me know about their superpower, I wanted to let you know a funny thing that was in the news. Police recently tracked down more than $200,000 in stolen Legos. Stolen Legos, everybody. Apparently, police recovered 4,153 stolen Lego sets in Oregon. Looks like Amon Henriksen was a 47-year-old owner of a store that sold Legos called Brick Builders. And unknowingly, he bought all of these sets dirt cheap. And he was just really impressed that he got this really, really great deal. Apparently, the suspects would steal the sets from other stores and then sell it to him for cash. So, yeah. And so funny enough, because the police can have a good sense of humor, they ended up taking a picture of one of the Lego sets that they put together once they apprehended the criminals. And it is an adorable little Lego thing there. I just thought that was so wild. I'm like, oh my gosh, who would have thought, like, of all the things to steal? I just can't believe it. But it got me thinking, what was your favorite Lego set if you were ever into Legos? Or did you enjoy just having the bricks and doing like a free-for-all kind of building? I did a lot of that growing up, but I always really loved the ones that were like houses or clubhouses and like fairies and dragons. And so it's a no wonder I like to read fantasy, right? So those were always my favorites. And then, of course, when I started getting into the different movies out there like Harry Potter and the TV shows like Doctor Who, I love those Lego sets. But of course, they do cost a pretty penny. Amy says, for a superpower, so many to choose from. Yes, there are. Tina says, the ability to talk to animals. Thank you. We can finally understand what our cats, dogs, and birds are all thinking. But do we want to know what they're thinking? I feel like my cats would be lecturing me a lot. But definitely talking to animals is a lot of fun, Tina. I get it. And that's why, along with being able to be underwater, I would 100% want to be able to talk to them. Amy made it back. You are so fast. I hope you told Caleb hi from Godmama. Tara, okay, I'm stealing yours. You're welcome to. Swim down there with me, Tara, as long as the creatures are my friends. I love stuff about the Mariana Trench, right? That's one of the reasons why I told my daughter, I said, you need to read Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant because it is fantastic. Like, it scared me to death, but it was fantastic. And Rolling in the Deep is like a prequel to that one, but it will reveal the big plot of Into the Drowning Deep. So I recommend doing Into the Drowning Deep first, then reading the little novella of Rolling in the Deep. But so good. So good. Amy, so is that like one cool set? As far as like what I was saying that I built growing up, that in that case, no, it was a bunch of sets. As far as what the police recovered, again, a bunch of different sets, apparently, just, yeah, all across the gamut. They didn't list exactly what sets they were, just that some of them were valued at like $400 or $500. So I'm guessing there's like a Star Wars Death Star in there and stuff like that. Oh my goodness. Amy says, a superpower, teleport, so you can visit your family and travel and not have to be in the car forever and driving. That would be so cool, because then I could hitch a ride with you, Amy, and we could teleport to London or Australia, or, you know what I mean? We could just kind of go everywhere. That would be so cool. I would enjoy that. Susan, that is a crazy thing about stealing Legos. I know, right? Like, who would have thought that was the big money maker now? Not as a kid, but Logan and I are working on the Up House set right now. Oh, I love that. I love the bonding between you and Logan doing this. And now that hopefully you don't have Snoopy like knocking it over and stuff, that's the problem is I can't really do Legos here because the cats would completely destroy it. That's why I can't do puzzles either. So yeah, that sounds like so much fun. And since Disney's a huge thing for your family, I love that. Amy, have you seen Lego Masters? I've seen several episodes. We didn't finish it, but I have seen several episodes. The stuff they make that actually moves is just incredible to me that it's all Legos. I am so impressed by them. Susan, so many superpowers to consider. Well, Susan, just so you know, I'm getting vibes from you. You'd be a super villain with superpowers. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the way you worded this, you're a super villain in waiting. Tina, good one, Amy, for the transporting. Yes, right? Other Amy, we have two Amy's. No, because they are so pricey. Yeah, I mean, they really are so expensive. You're not wrong. Tara, yeah, I read Rolling in the Deep first, but both were awesome. Oh no. So didn't it kind of spoil it for you? So you already knew going into the Drowning Deep what was going on. So that would be my concern. So that's why I'm like, read them in the other order. Amy, we just had a mishmash when you were young. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. That is so it's amazing to see the creativity and what everybody comes up with as they're building things. It is just so cool. Sarasha, just lying on the couch and relaxing. I love that. Want to finish the last thing he told me, but only about 20% left. You might be able to finish it on these sprints then. Depending on the speed that it's going there on the audiobook, I think you could do it. All right, we're going to stop there and definitely enjoy relaxing on the couch, Sarvasha. You've been through it the last couple months. You've earned it, mama. All right, let's see what our third sprint is. Still hoping for the hour, for heaven's sakes. We have a cookie. And the cookie is 45 minutes. So at least it's not that 30-minute one. And it means I get to be productive. So I've got lots I need to do. This is actually going to be kind of perfect. So happy reading, happy productivity, everyone. I will see you back here in 45.
She's killing Jedi. It doesn't make sense. I trained her.
I didn't do it! Believe me!
The Acolyte, now streaming on Disney Plus. And starting at just $2 more a month. You can get even more when you add Hulu.
Death is in our air. Only bad people.
This girl's been missing for 3 days.
Can you keep a secret?
Watch it all with Hulu on Disney Plus.
Someone needs to customize and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Wait, there's an elevator?
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
How do we stuff Reese's peanut butter, pretzels, caramel, peanuts, and chocolate into Reese's Take 5?
Wait a minute. How do we do it? I'm tired of being left off company email. Can someone tell me how we do it? Reese's.
was down to talk to my doctor about Rybelsus.
You may pay as little as $10 per prescription.
Right now at PetSmart, get $5 off walk-in grooming services during Yappy Hour.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering choices, with savings beyond low prices, like digital coupons worth over $600 each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. More savings and more inspiring flavors make Kroger worth it every time. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've locked in low prices to help you save big store-wide. Look for the locked in low prices tags and enjoy extra savings throughout the store. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Tween milestones may start at age 9.
All right. How did everyone do on our third sprint? Let me know below. I got actually quite a bit done. I was really excited. I ended up getting to eat breakfast, which is nice. I did my Duolingo, so still working on that Espanol, and rotated some laundry, and even got a little bit of walking in and playing with the kitty cats. So let me know how you did. And when we left off, we were being joined by Amal. Hello, Amal, and welcome. Amal says hello to everybody. Listening to Book of Night by Holly Black. Ooh, that's a good one. A little strange, but it was good. I did enjoy it. I think I gave it a 3-star overall. And Christina's here. Good morning to you too. Glad to see you. Remember to hydrate and to hug the like button. Thank you for that. And definitely hydrate everyone. Oh, hubby. Like I said, my husband does IT for a living. So of course that whole Microsoft thing meant his morning began a little bit earlier than normal and a little more chaotic. Amanda's here. Good morning. Good to see you. How's your day going? Amy says, okay, at the friend's house now to work on that planner. Have a happy Friday to everyone. Have a fun time, doing our sprinting. And I'm glad that you ended up getting to chapter 11 and that you enjoyed it. We will miss you, but glad to have had you as long as we could. Swank joined us. Howdy to everybody. Hi, Swank. Good to see you. Reading A Lady of Spirit. Ooh, that sounds like either a romance or a fantasy. Let me know. What is that one? And how are you liking it so far? Tina, did someone say dinner? Getting a little hungry there, Tina. Rotated between laundry, cooking, and decluttering. Ooh, super productive. Good for you. Tara worked but took a small break near the end of the sprint in order to read a few pages of The Lost Story. I love that. I cannot wait to read that. The whole thing about it being inspired by Chronicles of Narnia just has me intrigued. Christina got coffee and did some chatting. I love that. That's exciting. So one of the fun things I also like to make sure I share on these sprints is when there's just strange news. And so one of the many podcasts I listen to talk about this day in history. And so apparently in 1843 in, Charleston, South Carolina, they had a massive thunder and lightning storm. And apparently there were multiple reports of an alligator having fallen from the sky during that thunderstorm. apparently, like so many people in that time just kept reporting it again to the police and to the newspaper and stuff. That one minute they were all there in their house, just trying to stay out of the rain, or on the street trying to stay out of the rain. And the next thing they know, an alligator falls from the sky and just kind of looks around dazed and then waddles off. Can you imagine? Like, they have things like Sharknado and stuff like that, but can you imagine if an alligator just came flying from the sky and landed on your street? Like, what would you do? Oh my gosh. Red Caboose, I must say, you need to give James a chance. Excellent. Oh, I love it. Especially with a personal recommendation and not just, I want to see how this goes. And I've heard great things about the author. So nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you're liking it. That makes me so happy. I can't wait. Tina, are you saying you wouldn't want to look out your window and see it raining alligators? Are you saying that might put a damper? Oh, that was a joke because it's raining. Damp. A damper on your day. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome. So that's really all the fun tidbits, news, and so on that I have to report for you guys today. So let me know anything else that's going on that you want to chat about. Otherwise, I will have us go into an early sprint because I feel awkward just staring at you all. So there's no such thing as a comfortable silence when you're streaming. It just feels awkward for everybody. So chat or bring up something you want to talk about, or we'll just go into a sprint 4 minutes early. I'm okay with any of that. Thank you for appreciating my punniness, Jules. Thank you. Tina, no, I would definitely not, ma'am. Especially like if you were on the street and not inside a building or a house, like, and you see him waddling around, like how fast would you quickly get into a building? Oh my gosh. Jules, I've gotten a few chapters read during the sprints, missed all the chats, and that's okay. That's okay. Normally the very first chat of these sprints is when I do any kind of announcements or any drawings that are coming up or anything like that. So you don't miss anything super important. We just have fun and hang out. No reptiles dropping from the sky, please. Right? Like, oh my gosh. I mean, I guess it hasn't happened since then, so that's a good thing. But man, I haven't seen the new Twister. But you know, the original Twister, you have the cow going around in the funnel cloud, and I'm wondering, like, if that's kind of what happened to the poor alligator. Tara, wonder if there's going to be flying alligators in the new Twisters movie. Look, you and me, Tara, instead of flying cows. You and me. I hadn't gotten to the comment yet. Love it. I got Evie Wood's new release the other day. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I'm a little jealous. I'm gonna have to look into it. Next sprint break, I'm looking into it. Jules, I'm nervous if the new one is going to live up to the original. I'm betting it won't. I mean, anytime there's any kind of like coming off of a main movie or a remake of a movie, I always go in with very low expectations. And then I'm not disappointed because it either meets those expectations and I'm like, I knew it, or it exceeds it. Like the Roadhouse one that's supposed to be kind of a, take on the Roadhouse with, oh, why am I not thinking of his name? You know who I'm talking about, the actor I'm talking about that was in the original Roadhouse. But the new one with Jake Gyllenhaal is actually really good. And it got such great reviews and everybody loved it so much, they're going to now do a sequel to it. So I'm excited and I'm going to totally see that too. So sometimes it can be really good. Other times, Dirty Dancing, I don't like the remake at all. And I haven't even looked at the Footloose one because I'm like, no, it won't be the same. Yeah, I did too, Jules. I really love the original Twister too. It's a classic. Oh my gosh, it is so funny. And Tina laughed at Tara also. Love it, love it. Jules, we've got cows, right? Like it's epic and classic, and you have to ignore the ending. Now, for those who haven't seen it, I'm not going to talk about the ending. I'm going to be very, very vague. But for those who do know and have seen the original Twister's ending, that's the one thing that when we showed Katie for the first time, she's like, okay, physics, people, the laws of physics, like it would not have ended that way. And I'm like, shh, suspension of disbelief, baby. You have to pretend everything would be okay. Thank you, Jules. Yes, I don't know why his name was not coming to me. Patrick Swayze was in the original Roadhouse. And it was a little rough around the edges, but I watched it because my hubby wanted to watch it. And it was still good. Like the whole premise behind it is still, a really good story. But I think Jake Gyllenhaal just nailed it. Absolutely. Tara, yeah, I'm not expecting it to live up, but I was highly impressed with Top Gun Maverick. I thought they did excellent too. I really did. I was worried, just like a lot of other people, because it had been so long since Top Gun, right? But it was really good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good too. So yeah, I mean, there's something to be said about having to hand the torch over to the new generation and be okay with their actors and actresses and their takes on things. I keep telling my husband that because he gets so upset about Star Wars and how it's so different than what we grew up with. Jules, or however you spell, is like, hey, I read it. I saw no problems there, Jules, whatsoever. Swank's like, Patrick Swayze. Like it. Thank you. Jules, I like the original Roadhouse better too. See, but it also depends on where you're at, what you grew up with. I mean, some things are just classics. They just are. Amy, wondering if it will live up as well. Did hear that Bill Paxton, who was in the original Twister, his son makes a cameo appearance in his honor. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna have to look up pictures for what his son looks like, because I don't know I would recognize him unless he looks exactly like Bill. I don't know I would. One more comment and we will go into that next sprint. One remake that I do love is the 2009 Friday the 13th remake. Ooh, see, I don't do a lot of horror, as was painfully obvious, I think, last Friday with the way I wrapped up all of the movie franchises and got them all mixed up. But I will have to look into that this October, because I get tortured October. All right, I'm going to scroll up here to the top. Thank you all. That was a lovely chat. I enjoyed it. All right, let's see if we finally get an hour. I love a roll again too, because it's fun watching everybody scramble. And it's a peppermint. Aw. Well, it's 45 minutes and I get to stay here at the desk, which is nice. So happy reading, happy productivity, everybody. And I will see you back here in 45 minutes.
Gumball has always been an active dog, which I love because it keeps me on my toes, which is why I love Blue Buffalo. It's more than just pouring a bowl of food, it's a way of showing my love by making a meal special for my best friend.
The all-new GoDaddy Aero helps you get your business online in minutes with the power of AI. With the perfect name, a great logo, and a beautiful website. Just start with a domain, a few clicks, and you're in business. Make now the future at GoDaddy.com/Aero.
The octagon has more than 8 sides. But for many, the beauty of sportsmanship and the honor of combat remain unseen. Your eyes might deceive you, but the heart knows the glory of victory. When the hand is raised, you'll realize that this sport is so much more.
Look who's joining us for my favorite part of the day.
Cheerios are his love language.
Well, yeah, they can help lower cholesterol.
Okay, I love it. My love language is Portuguese. I don't understand it, but I love how it makes me feel.
All right, how did everyone do on the last sprint? I hope you got a lot accomplished. I was able to continue listening to my book, got in a good little walk I needed big time. And yeah, I played with some kitties because some of the kitties just want to keep playing, and then they'll go eat, and then they'll nap for several hours, and then they'll come back, and Stevie hops up on a stool and just stares at me like, you know, I'm wanting playtime. So then it's time to play some more. So, but yeah, let me know what you guys have planned for the rest of the week and weekend. And thank you all for being here. And Christina had said that, you know, she enjoyed Top Gun Maverick as well. Yes, these movies are classic, and the new ones are amazing. Amy said Patrick Swayze's the best. Love Dirty Dancing. I cannot wait until Katie's old enough that I can show her Dirty Dancing because I love it. Christina says, but why are they remaking so many movies? And Jules says, well, Christina, because they can't come up with new stories. And Christina's like, that's sad. And that is sad, but kind of true. I mean, have you not noticed that there's like the same recurring theme in TV shows too? Almost every kind of law or true crime show that I've watched, at some point, if they have multiple seasons, they do that whole 12 ordinary men thing with a jury, like every single time. So yeah. It just is. And Christina also loves Dirty Dancing. Good. And funny enough, apparently got several cow conversations in the 2 different chats that she's hopping between. That is amazing. I love that. The throat was getting a little dry. Mary said, I finished The Flames. Oh, I thought you might be able to. By Sophie Haddock, a historical fiction. This is the best book you've read all year. Oh, that is incredible. So if any of you like historical fictions, go check that out. The Flames by Sophie Haddock. Fantastic, Mary. Oh, thank you for being here. I enjoy hanging out with everybody very much. And the chat has just been so fun today. Thank you all. Tara heading out to lunch. You're welcome. Thank you for being here on Sprints, Tara. Have a great weekend to you as well. Amy, talking to his Stargator, Mary. Love historical fiction. Thanks for sharing. I was thinking of you, Amy, actually, whenever I'm like, make sure if you like historical fiction, you guys check it out. Red Caboose, my girl will be sad when it's done. All the fishies, right? Where did you get the ocean video? Let me click on it real quick. It is, I'm looking, it's under 24 hours of underwater wonders, relaxing music by Peaceful Relaxation. So the YouTube Peaceful Relaxation. Go check that out. And yeah, for sure, there's going to be commercials because, you know, she wants to get paid for having her video, and that makes sense to me. But yeah, it's beautiful, and I hope your kiddo enjoys watching the rest of it. Makes me want to go to a aquarium big time. Kim, catching you before the end to send some love and hugging the like button at work today. Well, thank you, Kim. Love it whenever you pop in and getting to see you and say hi. Don't work too hard, and can't wait to see you in your sprints tonight. So if you guys don't know, Kim does sprints on Tuesday mornings and Friday evenings. Make sure you go to her channel and click remind me for the little bell, and it will let you know whenever she starts them tonight. And then you'll see a lot of the same people here on that. Tina switched over some laundry and took a break. Excellent. Get some relaxation in too. Watch out for those alligators. And Christina says hi to Kim. Jules, so many similar plots with just a little switch up. Yeah, see what I mean? They do a lot of repetitiveness of that. I should not word today. Tina, hi Kim. I hope your workday goes by fast. Definitely. And hopefully tonight will be a lot of fun. Christina, I just chatted, drank coffee, and played a game. Ooh, that all sounds absolutely fabulous. Kim says hey to Tina and Christina and hope it goes by fast too. Yes, exactly. Rope's back from the barbecue. What was your favorite thing that you ate at the barbecue, Rope? And yes, you'll be seeing me tonight anyway, and I'm pretty sure Tina will be there and others, I hope so as well. Oh, of course. Of course. Like I said, I love hanging out with you guys. Hope you have a beautiful day as well. And I'll see you at Kim's later. It feels like we're all going to go hang out at Kim's house. I'll see you at Kim's later tonight. Jules had a good chunk of the book read today. 120 pages left. So hope to finish it soon. Yes, Jules. Yes. Spend some time today getting that finished. Feel free to join us tonight on Kim's channel. It'll be a blast. Smiles. I like it. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully it works out for your kiddo. That's a lot of fun. I remember that age. Kim, my sprints will start later than usual since you're at work until 7. Not sure when I'll start them quite yet. Okay. So normally her Friday night sprints are around 6 p.m. So since she's working, we're not sure when they're going to start necessarily. And then Christina wants to know if it's scheduled or not. And Kim said, nope, not yet. And Aquiller, hello, I'm glad to see you. I hope you're feeling well and rested and taking it easy. Sometimes we just need to step back and do that. But absolutely such a joy to see you anytime that you comment on videos, and especially getting to be here live. Love seeing you here, Aquiller. Thank you for sending me the message about the bookmarks, and I hope you got your quest. Christina, I have you on the spreadsheet. I'll keep checking. Have a great day at work, Kim, for sure. Thanks for sprints. Absolutely. Thank you for being here, Jules. It was so fun. Just had a swim. That is so important. Tina, you never talked about getting a swim in today. Did you not swing and swim today? Are you taking the day off? Is it a weather thing, or you just wanted to kind of relax and take a day and not do it? Thank you, Kim. Have a great day too. Don't work too hard. We look forward to seeing you. Since I clicked the little notification bell, whenever she does happen to start, it'll automatically, because I signed up for her notifications, it'll let me know when she starts. So yeah, we'll just pins and needles to get to see you. Maybe if we're really lucky, she'll bring out McMuggins. I haven't seen McMuggins in a long time. Christina, remember to hydrate and hug the like button. Thank you for that. And Tina may have been your influence. I love that. I love that. Yes, all the swimming, especially for summertime. Well, thank you all so much for being here. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Hope to see a lot of you this evening, and have a great weekend. I'll see you all next week.